Hey ladies, today I want to talk to you about your VIP customer group. This is the group that you will have your ride or die customers. These are the ones that want to support you. They want to know all of the specials, but they also want to just have a community where they can bond and learn life hacks and organization tips, and not just 31, but more about you, and you can really build a community in your VIP groups. So before you get started actually creating your group, you want to come up with a business name. And the best way to do this is find something that's meaningful to you that goes along with your 31 business. However, it cannot use the words 31 or the numbers 31 in your name. So you need to come up with something pretty creative, but you also don't want to make it too long or too complicated so that your customers can't remember it. And once you come up with your name, you want to check Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to see if anybody else already has that name. The best way to do this is to type in the little pound sign, hashtag, and the name. And if it comes up, then somebody probably is already using it. Or just type it in the username and see if it's available. You want to be consistent across all platforms. So if somebody already has it in Facebook, but they don't have it in Instagram, you still don't want to use it because you want them all across the board. Like mine is Bags with Smiles. And I've got all of them, Bags with Smiles, except for my Twitter. I had to do Bags with Smiles 1. So it's kind of a little bit confusing, but it's better to have them all the same across the board. So once you get your name, you're going to create your group. So you're going to come to your home page on Facebook. You're going to click on Groups. You're going to click on Create Group. And then you're going to name it. I'm going to go ahead and name it our team name, just because I know that that's available. And you can add one person to get it started. This can be your mom, your sister, your best friend, or somebody you know is going to support you, or you can even just send the invite to yourself by using your email address. And it'll give you some suggestions, but just do one for now. And then here you will choose what your group is going to be. However, 31, it is against the rules to have a public VIP group because you will be posting prices, you will be posting company information that should only be to certain customers, not to the whole wide world. So you need to do it closed, which means that they can search it, but they have to be a member to actually see the content. If you do secret, which is what our team group is, you have to give them a link to be able to see the invite button or the accept button, and then to actually be added to the group. So it's easy to do closed so that they can search it and you can just approve them. And then you want to click this little box right here because it says pin to shortcuts. I'll talk about that in a little bit. But then you create it. And you can pick any little kind of symbol that you have. I'm going to click this little party cup. And so this is basically what your group looks like. Pretty boring whenever you start out, so no big deal. This is going to be where your banner is. And you need to create a banner. You can do it in PicMonkey or you can do it in Canva. And I'll give you a tutorial on how to do that. But your banner needs to have you and something about your business. I would throw in a couple of 31 products, but also make it about you. What's your hobbies? What's something that whenever they look at it, they go, oh, I can relate to that person. So, and if you want to create it and then put it in the team photo or team page, we can help you adjust your photo or give you some feedback and stuff to make it a great photo. And to set up other parts of it, you can go to these three little dots, click on Edit Group Settings. If you wanted to change your name at any time, you can by doing that. You can pick the group type, which will tell you what it is. I usually go by club. And then this is your description. This is where you can tell them anything and everything you want to tell them about this group. This is where I put my rules that I do not tolerate any negativity. That if you are negative, you will be kicked out of the group. This is also where I tell them you can find the catalog, you can find any specials, type that stuff. And I also let them know that you're not just going to be a 24/7 commercial of 31, but you're going to give them life hacks organization tips, just fun games and things like that. So you want to give them that in the description so they see it whenever they join the group. Tags, you can add 31 here. You can also add organization. You can add what you're going to be talking about in your group. You can link this if you have a business page, which we'll learn more about later. But you can also link your group to that so the people that come to your business page can tell that you have a group. And then you can click it to your 31 website right here. And you can decide who can post. Go ahead and let members post, but admins approve the post. And this will help create a community where they feel safe that they can still ask a question, but, it's not just you doing all of it. So we're going to save that. And this is where you can see all your members. You can see who the admins are, which is you, of course, unless you add anybody else. You can see who has been invited and who has accepted that. If you've had to block anybody, this is why. This is where you can see who they are. And then to add members, you go here and you either type in their names or you type in their email addresses. And then you can see them by alphabetical, or you can see them by join date. So once you get enough people in there and you want to know who your newest members are so you can reach out and say hi, you can see by join date, and it'll tell you right here what date they actually joined, and if they were invited by a member already or if they joined on their own. And then if you just need a search, you can search. This is where you share your group, and you don't want to leave your group because you are in charge of your group. This is if you're going to create any events in your group. You can create them there. And this is going to manage scheduled post, member request, all of that. So I'm going to show you mine real fast. Some of you have already been in mine and you know what it looks like, but some of you haven't. So this is my banner. And if you click here on my heart, I have this description of the photo. And I've got join my newsletter, join 31. This takes them to the brochure of joining. This actually takes them to where they can join. This is the customer specials, the hostess specials, what you get for hosting a party. And this takes them to the shopping link of my 31. And then you can come down here, and I do quotes, I do national holidays, like One Hit Wonder Day. If there's any products that are being sold out or getting low, I let them know that. I let them know of any big specials coming up. I let them know that our little guy glows in the dark because he's too stinking cute. And just funny little videos just to help them get their day going. And then if I do anything on my business page where it's an opportunity night or anything like that, I share that as well. And I show them little life hacks so that they can learn different things to do with their kids. So the other thing I wanted to show you was your shortcuts. Your shortcuts are, let's go home, it's a little easier to see, are these over here. These little spots right here. And as you can see, this is the group that I just created. But your shortcuts are where you can get to things a whole lot easier. And to edit your shortcuts, you click on shortcuts and edit shows up. And you can come over here and you can pin your VIP group, your page, your team page, or any groups that you really want to see on a consistent basis. You can pin them to the top so it's easy to find. And then if you don't necessarily need to see them all the time, but you don't want to not see them, you can have them sorted automatically. And then if you're in groups that you don't really want to be out of, but you don't want to see all the time, you can hide them from your shortcuts. So you can still search for them, they won't be on the little bar over here. But any of your business pertaining groups, you want them on your shortcuts, because that is how you're going to quickly find them and not forget about them. And that is how you set up your VIP group. We will talk more about how to actually interact on your VIP group later on. But for now, that is all. Have a great night.